Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tier 1 ALR Round 6 in France Grand Prix. Sorry for the lateness. Hold up. But we are here, we are ready to go. Hope you've all had an amazing week. Wonder if we'll get the same sort of excitement that we did last week at Belgium, because that was an epic race. There we go, I'm all ready. So, quickly going over the standings before we start here at the qualifying. We've got Chiquito out in first, 18 points clear of Skolzy, who is 1 point clear of Baraka, champion fourth, BR in fifth, Polis in seventh. What happened to sixth? No, Mitch is sixth, seventh is Harm, eighth is Stel, ninth is Alupalu, and 10th is Danger. After his last 3 consecutive races, he's ended up in the points, and I think it was Baku. He was on the podium, so well done to that man. So it looks like Steb is the first one out, so we will stay on board with him. So French Grand Prix, the Paul Ricard circuit. It's actually not a bad track. In the wet, it's a bit of a nightmare, but in the dry, it's not a bad track at all. I quite enjoy it. There's my mouse Percy run. There. Cool beans. So, predictions for tonight. Obviously, I mean, Chiquito's been having an amazing time recently, so I reckon he's going to be up there. We've got Rossi back tonight. He is racing in the second McLaren alongside Danger, because Mitch is not here tonight. But we've got 17 drivers tonight, which is pretty cool. So, pretty much full grid. Yeah, we will see how things go. So Stebo coming down the start finish straight, opening the DRS, screaming down, braking hard into turn 1 in 5th gear. Oh, nicely coming out of there. We've got issue in sector 3 already. So Stella obviously setting the quickest first sector. A funny feeling. Might. Nice and smooth for that second part of the chicane there. It's not quite so easy coming out of that part. I find the way the corners go, it's a bit tight coming out. Keeping it nice and smooth pretty much throughout the entire lap there, hugging the curb as much as possible, stealing a few thousandths of a second, or as much as he can get around there. Nice entry and exit into the final corner there. DRS open and goes over the line in a 1:28.1. That's actually quite impressive. So, Hype Skulls, he goes across the line in a 129.5. Ooh, quite a bit of step there. I wonder if he's lost it somewhere along the line. Alu Palu going second on a 128.8. Skip going at a 128.5. Is that cool? So two, that one. Rack about to complete a lap. Oh, he loses it coming out of the final corner. Across the line goes second with the 128.4 and on the mediums as well. That's quite impressive. Ghost going on a 128.9. Rossi going on a 129 flat there. BR going on a 128.3. Champ with a 128.5. And Badfella goes fastest with a 127.7. That is an epic time. Big Bambino going fifth. That's Stell coming around the corner. Stell coming around the final corner. Let's see what he can do. He goes third with a 128.2. Very impressive from Stell there. So let's watch Chiquito here, see what he can do. He's normally pretty good at pulling out good times. And we'll watch what his teammate can do just after him, because obviously he's going to be crossing the line soon. Chiquito goes second with a 127.9. Harm next across the line, unfortunately invalidated his lap. Denger's out on his out lap. So Harm's going to have to do another flyer to try and put a time down. Ooh, and he's invalidated somewhere. That sucks. So let's jump on board with Dench, because he's going to be the next one to set a flying lap. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate like Harm did. Oh, going a bit wide there, putting all four tyres across the line, somehow not invalidating it, so he's been quite lucky there. He's gone fastest through sector 1 so far. Rain for race, 94%. Thanks to the heads up there, BR. I'm going to guess a few people aren't going to be happy about that. Hopefully that's not for the whole race either. It's only for part of it, so at least we get some dry, some wet, which would be nice. The Danger not going quickest during the second sector. Just keeping it nice and smooth coming through this part. Nice exit there. Taking a different line to a few of the others because they've hugged the curves. Through the final corner. And what's he gonna do? Danger going across the line in a 129.1. Jimmy is next across the line. He goes second with 127.9, 2/10 of a second behind. Bad follow there, so it's going to be I have a funny feeling the pole's going to be quite close tonight. What is my cat watching? Oh, I see. Whoever that was in front of Harv, ever so nicely pulled out of the way. But Harv invalidating his lap, so he's not going to be setting one there. Alipado, Skip, Bad, and Jim all out again. So BR about to go out on a lap. Stebber doing a fast lap as well. Ooh, someone has lost it. Oh, it's just Bad Feather getting out of the way. Jump on with BR here. He's managed to go fastest through the first sector so far. And down, coming through the second. Okay, nice and smooth there. Nice little exit as well, just riding the curb ever so slightly. How's he going to do for the second sector? Doesn't set the fastest second sector. So Skip going second with a 127.8. Quite respectable, guys. So there's literally 2 times a second separating the top 4 currently. So BR coming around the final corner. And he is going to cross the line in a 128 flat. That's quite impressive there. Well done, mate. It's improvement on his previous time, which is always good. Aero next across the line does not improve his time. He's 3 seconds slower than his previous time. Is that? However, someone did improve. Missed it. Right, coming across the line, and he's going to go fastest with a 127.3. That's quite an epic time. Well done, mate. Provisional pole currently for Baraka Cap there. So stick will harm here as he comes around the final couple of corners to set his first fastest lap. Game. So close to running his tyres over the line there, and he goes 6th with a 128 flat. And nice lap there from so Rossi and Denge both out on an out lap. Let's stick on board with Rossi here, as he's going to be the next one to set a fastest lap. So typically Rossi keeping it nice and smooth going through the first sector there. Rossi's known obviously typically for being in the AlphaTauri last season and this season. But he's had to step down to reserve unfortunately because of other commitments. However, Rossi does go fastest during the second sector. Nicely done there, man. Let's see if you can keep it up through the final parts. But yeah, he's unfortunately had to step down to reserve role. But it's nice to see him behind the wheel again. Ooh, nice little exit there. Keeping quite close to the... And he doesn't set a lap. Obviously he felt he wasn't going to improve. I think Danger is up during the first sector, but I think he may have made a mess up. We'll find out during this part. Is that Ali Palu? It is, but he is not setting a time. So Danger turned his ERS off and just ran wide as well, so obviously its time is not going to be counted. Stell's on an outlap, so let's jump on board with him because he's going to be the only car on the track in a minute. So it's the only one to watch that is going to be setting a time. Stell obviously been with us for a while now. Had the privilege of racing with him a few times on practice races. He is quick as hell. Still rapid as anything through turns 1 and 2. Wish I could get through that section that quickly. Okay, so it appears that he has backed out from this one. Yeah, that or he's just not turning the ZRS on. Let's see what Danger can do. Can he improve on his 15th place currently? DRS wide open, heading down the start-finish straight, and he crosses the line and goes 13th. He's 0.2 of a second quicker than his previous time, so it's jumped him up a few places on the table, which is always going to help. So Stell's going to be going for another flying lap by looks things, so let's jump on board with him, and it looks like Stebber's the next one behind him to be on the flying lap, so we'll watch his time as well. Ooh, Stell lost it ever so slightly there. So his lap unfortunately is invalidated. So we'll sit on board with Steb here. I'm curious. So Barack has decided to leave his session. Obviously confident that he's not going to be beaten on pole. Bad Fella is also lift as well. Harv's still in the pits. He's going to be the only one to not set a time this evening on the qualifying. So he's going to be starting 17th and last. So Steb about to cross the line, and he goes 5th. He goes 2.5 tenths quicker than he has done so far. So it's a nice improvement there from him. Bjorn's next across the line, and he is going to improve. He goes 3rd with a 127.8. Skip does not improve, unfortunately. Chiquito did not improve, so he stays 7th. Who's the next across the line? That is going to be Champ. And he improves. He goes 9th with a 127.8, 128 flat as well. Bing Bambino's next across. He does not improve much. Rossi goes 12th. Nice one, Rossi. And the last one across the line was... Harm has just jumped his teammate there. All happening so thick and fast. Unfortunately, trying to keep up was not easy. So I do apologise, guys. So, our pole position goes to Baraka Cap Shalom with a 127.3. That is an epic time. About further in the Red Bull going second with 127.7, and Harm on its last lap goes 127.8 to take third. BR in fourth, Skip in fifth, Jimmy in sixth, Steven seventh, Chiquito eighth, Champ ninth, Big Bambino 10th, Stell in 11th, Rossi 12th, and I missed the rest of them. So I apologise, guys. But yeah, they don't get the timing on that isn't quite as long as it used to be, which is quite annoying. But apparently, I have been told that is a 94% during the race, which there it is. So that's going to play havoc for a few strategies and stuff like that. Which sucks because I don't like the rain here. And I don't like the rain at any track in this game. Last one wasn't too bad. 2020 I was alright. I think my best race was Hungary last season in Tier 5. Pitted 8th from 8th and finished 3rd. So, quick run on the formation lap, and we'll see what are they running. They're all running intermediates, cool beans, so obviously it's not too bad. I don't know if any of you are watching the stream, but did you know if the rain was going to be surviving the entire race, or if it was only up to a certain point? The track is maybe a little bit slippery, a few of them having some issues. So there's a big gap between the top 6 and then the rest of the field. So as they all line up on the grid. Rain is an absolute nightmare for starts. So there's the pit strategies, and they reckon 2-stopper. We are at 5 lights and we go, and it looks like we all get a pretty decent jump off the line. Baraka keeping first. Oh, we have Three crashes. Three cars crashed. Oh, there was someone that just jumped there. So it looks like Ghost, Steb, and Jim all had a bit of an issue there. Off the line. I'm wondering if someone lost a bit of traction with their start, unfortunately. So yeah, we already had three cars sight at the back. Yeah, Jim has a penalty. That's probably for cutting a corner. So yeah, we've already had a first lap incident. It was literally on the start. So we didn't even get through the first corner. So Jimmy is retired from the session. I think he's ended up crashing due to having no nose, so he hasn't even completed the first lap, unfortunately, this evening. And we're away again. We've already got... No, they're going to be those two, unfortunately. So, Baraka and Bad Fella having a bit of a scrap here. I think Bad Fella may have got the better jump on the virtual safety car. So let's see how it goes down into turn one. Let's keep an eye on the rest of the field's times. So Brett getting a slightly better speed through the first couple of corners there, allowing him to build a small gap. But Bad Fella managing to pull that back quite quickly. So looks like this lot are going to be fighting quite well. No one's really pulling away apart from Champ to Rossi, but Rossi's pulling it back in ever so slightly again. So it's going to be quite a close race. I apologize. Harm is literally got Skip in his gearbox. Ooh, and it looked like Skip went awfully wide through that part there. Maybe losing a bit of traction with the rain, unfortunately. But they're pulling a bit of a gap to BR here. And there's the pit strategy again, telling us what we already knew from the start. And Chiquito getting way out of line in that last corner, allowing Champ to... Ooh, ever so close. Champ getting up the outside, but obviously he's going to be... Oh, okay. Nice fight in there from these two. Going to be continuing on down into first, second corner. How is it going to end? Is Champ going to keep it? He is, by the looks of things. Yes. He's kept it through turns 1 and 2. So that was nice. A little bit of fighting there for the final part and first part of the lap. Where Chiquito is losing a bit of ground on Champ there. But then pulling it right back pretty much straight away. So it's a little bit to and froing from a lot of people. Danger with a 3-second penalty. That's going to be track limits, unfortunately. So far very conservative racing. But I mean, tracks like this where you've got your long, fast corners and stuff like that, it's a little bit harder with rain. Although, oh no, the rain hasn't really eased up any, so, or has it? Not really. So Barack setting another fastest lap. He is absolutely flying when it comes to lap times. Pulling out nearly a second to bad fella here. So now we're starting to see gaps steadily climb between certain people. So between Skip and VR. Oh, Skip set the fastest first sector. We've got over a second and a half there. And Danger to Bambino's a bit of a slog as well. It's just over a second. But yeah, so the gaps are steadily increasing in certain areas. I mean, with Stella and Alupalu, they're pretty close together. They're pretty equal when it comes to racing terms. So Ghost is back in the pits again. Looks like front wing issues for a second time, unfortunately. But yeah, these top four are pretty close together. There's not really much separating them. So I'm wondering if it dries up, are we going to see more racing? Alupalo with a 3-second penalty. Track limit evasion, unfortunately. Very easy in the rain to have that happen. It's a lot less traction and stuff like that. So still, and oh, I missed it. Did not see the. So still in the height, changing position there, and the height having to go back as well up the inside, but still having none of it, not giving him the space to be able to do it. However, still going ever so slightly, taking a totally different line through that to what Hype did. So Badfellow setting the fastest lap now. Rain seems to ease off a little bit more, but again, it's still nowhere near dry tyres yet. Everyone managing to do quite well at the moment. So we have an issue in Sector 3. I have a funny feeling that was Ghost again. Yes, it was. Really not having much luck this evening in terms of traction or anything, so causing him some real issues there. I think he just held up skips there as he came back onto the track. So Harm setting the fastest lap with a 140.4, quite impressive. Bad fellow with a 3-second penalty, unfortunately with track limits. We got Stell, Aero and Danger and Height and Half, all pretty close here. So this could be an interesting battle for between 10th and 13th, 14th. Oh, and Aero pulls out and takes 10th place away from Danger, so thank you very much. I'll have that up the inside. Danger's struggling here, which is allowing Stell to crawl all over him. Stell popping out, having a look down the inside. And ooh, can't go free wide through there, guys. Danger going very wide there, which is going to cause him issues for the next part, which is going to allow Stell just to be able to creep through and say thank you very much. That has held Stell up a little bit, allowing Alupalu to... Whoa, Danger taking a bit of a dive there. That was very brave of you. So Hyped and Harv here, having a little battle of their own. Harv having a look down the inside, deciding not to just yet. Holding out for a little bit longer, hoping trust me to spill my beer. So Danger falling a bit behind here. Hyped having a good old look down the inside to the chicane. Hoping against hope, I suppose, when he was taking a gamble with the look. There we go. Sorry, just spilled a bit of beer. So gaps are pulling out slightly with this lot now. Some gaps. So Champ is closing in on BR here. And it looks like it's still raining, so it's not dry enough for drives yet, but it is easing up ever so slightly. So, is he going to get around the outside? He is, and he got better traction as well. Excellent move from Champ there. Get around the outside of the final corner and having better drive coming out of it, round the outside. BR having to go back down the inside of turn 1, keeping it done, ever so close. They're going to keep it fighting down to the next turn 4 and 5. Side by side. Ooh, little bit of wheel knocking. That's going to happen there, but nothing too major. Brilliant fighting by these two, and it's allowed BR to Chiquito to catch up to the back end of BR as well. It's also allowing Rossi to close in. So Hype's and Danger having a bit of a tussle here as well. Chiquito getting a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, and Baraka and Badfella both going on to mediums. In fact, it looks like everyone is going on to them. So everyone obviously finding that it is dry enough to go onto. Yeah, it's definitely dry enough because Hype is struggling a lot here on these tyres, and Barak is literally crawling all over him right now. So going by just little bit of a knock there. So Hype deciding to stay out of the way whilst everyone goes through. So yeah, those that decided to stay out on the mediums, I think are regretting it already, because Barak is literally closing the gap exponentially to Stell here. So Stell and Hype into the pit, Stell onto the mediums as well, so they're going to be going on to the end of the race. So Barak back in the lead with Chiquito's out. What has happened to Chiquito? Chiquito has left the race. Has he just retired? Has he? What happened to Chiquito? Rossi's out. Rossi's gone. What happened to Rossi? Rossi's lost it coming out of there, and he's put it into the wall somewhere. I'm trying to find it. It's gone now, so I'm not going to be able to see it. But Rossi's out as well. Such a shame. Oh, and Skip's gone. Skip has lost it as well. He's put it into the barrier. He is now DNF. We now have a, yes, safety car. That's the word I was looking for. We have a safety car. We have had 3 retirements in the space of next to no time at all. Alu Palu is coming into the pits. Is he going to go on to the mediums to go on to the end of the race now? Hey, Olive, how's it going, man? So yeah, Alu Palu, all the ones that were on the mediums are going on to the on the softs are going on to mediums. Obviously that's going to last until the end of the race now. Grim Reaper. For the first time I heard that, thank you for reminding me. How's it going, dude? Keeping alright, I hope. So the safety car could be out for a few laps because obviously Steba is all the way around there. So yeah, it's not very often we get the safety car here at the Paul Ricard. But having 3 crashes, or 3 DNFs, we had Chiquito, then Rossi spinning and going out somewhere, and we also had Skip Butty's spin and lose his front wheel. So yes, and who is that all the way down there? Danger has pitted and is now down in 12th. Yeah, that would be sort of the perfect thing to do here. It's just probably the better choice to make. Because at least then you can control it and then get the best run into the first straight that you need. So there's safety cars in this lap. So I think this is where Olive is going to be right. Yeah, I was also expecting Rossi to be up there as well, mate. Oh, they've gone already. Wasn't expecting that. A little bit earlier than I expected. But it's allowed Badfella and Baraka just to get a bit of a lead on Harm there. However, Harm is closing that gap back up. Harm is pretty close to Alu. So we've got 12 laps remaining. No one's going to have to pit now. However, Champ is falling a bit behind to Harm. Stell's lost a bit of ground to Bambino. Height has lost a lot of ground to BR. However, Stebber is literally crawling all over the back of him. Yeah, Scholesey's left the session apparently. Hopefully he will be back. So yeah, sorry, headset died for a second then. I have to plug it back in. So yeah, the race has turned very much into a follow fest at the moment. But yeah, no, I agree, Olive. Holding them up on the last corner would have been the best way to do it. Oh, BR is looking to have a go here at Ali Palu. Maybe not into this corner though. Ooh, what's happening here? A little bit further up. Big Bambino just lost a place to halve there, just sneaking up the inside of the chicane there. Oh, all too sweet to the back of my throat. So Harv has gained a place. He is now up to 6th. However, the top 3 haven't changed since basically the beginning of the race. Baraka is still out in front. Badfella in 2nd and Harm in 3rd. Champ is up into 4th. He's having a really good race so far. Stell's up into 5th. Harv in 6th. Bambino in 7th, Alu in 8th, 9th is BR, Steba is in 10th. Danger's improved by a place, however pretty much everyone has a penalty now. So between Harv and BR, there's not much of a gap between all of them. So we will jump on board of them and we will see what happens here. I have no doubt we're going to have some epic fights here. Ghost has just got a 3-second penalty, so it is just Height and Baraka that haven't got penalties at the moment. Barak has actually lost out. Oh my lord, how did I miss that? What happened? So Barak is now going to be pushing ever so slightly, or ever so hard now, to be able to gain that place back. We have an issue. Ali Palu, unfortunately, has lost a few places after what appears to be a bit of an accident, losing some traction or something like that. On GT if you wish to join us this. Yeah, no, cool. I got the misses round, so I might be on. But I'll let you know. Thanks for the invite, man. So Harv is, no, not Harv, sorry. Harm is crawling all over the back of Baraka here. Badfella is pulling out a bit of a gap, where I thought Barak was gonna. Badfellow's left. Oh no, has he disconnected? Has Badfellow disconnected? That could potentially cost him the win of the race. And he was doing so well as well. So, because of... Has he come back? No, he hasn't. He has not come back yet. He's still ghosted out. Or is that him back? No, it's not. He's still ghosted out, unfortunately. So, because of that, Barack has claimed the lead again. Oh, Harm is closing in ever so quickly behind him. Harv is out. What has happened to Harv? We have another safety car. Harv has lost it. What appears to be coming out of here? Yes, and he's just ended up in that wall, unfortunately. So we have a second safety car of the session. So yeah, unfortunately, we have now lost 5 cars. So a lot of people are going to be going onto softs now, and it's going to be a straight fight out who is going to get the fastest lap. So Danger is now up into 9th, making a couple of places up after some DNFs, which is always unfortunate. So it's literally going to be a three lap sprint, basically. And Harm managing to lose it under the safety car. Getting a little bit too much power down, unfortunately, coming through the corner, and that's cost him dearly. He's dropped from 2nd to 10th, allowing Champ to get up into 2nd there, and Big Is he back? Yes, he is! Bad fella's managed to make it back. That's great news. So yeah, it's going to be basically a 2-lap sprint now. So I'll be surprised if the safety car doesn't come in after with this lap. I've lost it a couple of times on the safety car, causing me to spin or whatnot. Bit of a nightmare, and it's actually quite embarrassing when you do it, isn't it? So I would be surprised if the safety car is not in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. Just as I predicted. Ooh. Hi. So, Baraka, how is he going to do the safety car this time? Is he going to hold it up until like the last corner? Yes, you did. That was Spain, wasn't it? And he's gone. Champ not getting fooled so much, but it did catch him out ever so slightly. Was it Spain that you did it right in front of me? So Champ getting caught out ever so slightly. Bad Fellow having a good old look up the inside of Champ there into turn 1. Oh, and there's a nice little battle going on here between Champ and Bad. How's it going to end up? Oh, side by side through most of this. And someone's lost it. Who's got? Big Bambino has lost it. He is falling down the order so quickly. He is going to be basically 11th now after losing it through the quick left-hander. So Champ losing out to Bad there, or is he going to keep it by? Oh, little bit of traction lost there, causing Champ to just lose the back end of his car. I think it tapped Bad there, but obviously it wasn't too much of an issue. They haven't really lost anything because of it, which is pretty good. Danger and Harm swapping positions there. And Alu Palu is right behind them as well. And is Dench going to have a look and a dive up the inside? He is. Ooh, probably not the best place, but they both come out unscathed, so it's not too bad at all. So Champ is now fallen behind Bad here, who is trying to catch up that 2.8 second deficit. Spain 2 corners before the safety car came into the pits. That's right, I remember it now. It was on the left-hander going downhill. However, Barak is just pulling away here. He is not wanting to be caught. He wants this win to close the gap on Chiquito, who has not finished today. So Stella is all over the back end with his teammate here, who's got Stel and BR ever so closely behind. So it's a four-way fight for third at the moment, and they will have one lap to get it done. This could be the deciding one. And who was that? That just dove into the pits. Oh, funny feeling they may have cut it, but obviously not seeing it, I'm not entirely sure. So Barack is really pulling out a gap here. He's now nearly 3.5 seconds ahead of Bad, which we will jump on board with the race one in a minute. But Steb is having a look at the inside of his teammate, but deciding not just yet to have the dive. He's also run out of ERS as well, so yeah, he's got 3% and his teammate's got none. Oh, and Steb has lost it. Steb is out of the race. I don't know what happened. I think maybe he lost a bit of traction there. But yeah, Steb is out of the race. Final lap as well. That's going to be dropping him down the grid ever so rapidly, unfortunately. So Barack coming around the final corner. He is going to take the win at the Paul Ricard track this evening. And it looks like it's starting to rain again. It is. Bad coming home in second. Champ in third. Should have been Stebber in fourth, but actually Stel was going to take third because of penalties from Champ. Harm in fifth. Danger in sixth. Adam in seventh. And Dino in eighth because he crosses the line. Hyde is going to be coming home in ninth. And then, in fact, he's going to be in eighth because Bambino's penalties. BR crossing the line in the points as well. Well done, guys, on the racing. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Ghost. It's not one of my favourite tracks, especially when it's raining. But yeah, it is so easy to lose traction on this one. It's just a pain in the ass. Sorry, pain in the neck. So yeah, it's feel sorry for all the guys at DNF today. It was hard luck. But great driving from all. So again, the results as followed is Baraka in first, and with the fastest lap. Bad Fella in second. Stell in third after the penalties from Champ, putting him down to fourth. Harm in fifth. Danger up into sixth after starting 14th today, so that's quite well done. Alan in seventh. Hyped in eighth. Bambino in ninth. BR in 10th. Stebbit in 11th after crashing on the final lap. Ghost in 12th after being lapped unfortunately hard. Buddies, Rossi, Chiquito and Jimmy all DNF'd unfortunately. So yes, that was our race. Quite entertaining. However, it's too open for me. I like technical tracks. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I like technical tracks as well. I mean, but I also like tracks that have a bit of everything. Allows more racing, more open racing at least. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. I mean, the next one is at. I'm trying to remember. Calendar. Next one's at Austria, so hopefully you fare better in that one, man. It's a pretty good track for most. So yes, as you comes, Reaper look forward to seeing you all again. I'll be racing on Sunday in T5. Then I will be back for the comms. Yeah, hopefully, man. I hope you do better in Austria. Yeah, and then next week, next Tuesday, we're back for the sprint, rounds 8 and 9. You're welcome, man, anytime. Is it 9, 10? 9, 10. So I'll see you next week. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Don't forget, check out our Instagram page, Aero League Racing, where updates will be posted as and when I can. Okay, have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you for turning up. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely evening.